Hey guys, what's going on? It is C.A.P Gaming here. Today I'm going to be bringing you a video that I've been wanting to do for a really long time, and I'm going to be actually figuring out which version of Master Chief is the best. So the one that is the strongest, the one that's got the best cutscenes, the one that's got the most importance to the story, and just overall how badass he is in that game. The games I'm going to be using in this are Halo Combat Evolved, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 4, and Halo 5. I'm not going to be using Halo Reach because technically he is in that game, but all he does is lay there, so we would just use him as kind of the Combat Evolved version. And I'm also going to be taking into account his armor and things like that. And it's not going to be my favorite Halo game. I'm not going to be ranking it by that. I'm actually going to be ranking it by which one is the most powerful. Now, another ground rule that I'm going to set is I'm not going to be including the armor abilities from Halo 5. I'm strictly going to be sticking to just boots on the ground because, if anything, that means Halo 5 would be the best, or the most badass one throughout the campaign where you're playing as him. But I'm going to focus more on just as if we were all on a level playing field, just shooting. So anyways, guys, with that, let's get into the lowest ranked Master Chief. So guys, coming in at our lowest ranked Master Chief, we actually have the Master Chief from Halo Combat Evolved. Now, the reason I'm saying he is the least powerful or least cool one is not because I don't like Combat Evolved. I really do enjoy Combat Evolved, but just from a storyline standpoint, really he doesn't have that many foes to fight. He's got grunts, jackals, elites, hunters, and then the Flood. So like the elite version of the Flood, the human version of the Flood, and then the spore poppers or whatever you want to call them. But other than that, he doesn't really have anything else to fight. And I mean, while I'm not saying he's not cool in this game at all. I'm just saying he's the least powerful because he only has to worry about the most basic version of his enemies. And while he does blow up the Halo, which is a really good part of this game, it's a big, huge part of this game, it's just not as cool as some of the other things he's done. And also, in this one, I said I wasn't going to really worry about the armor, but in this one he only has the Mark 5 armor, whereas in Halo 2 and on he's got the Mark 6 armor, which is even better than the Mark 5, obviously, if you go up. But this game just doesn't really show how cool he can be because it more focuses on the gameplay and not really the cutscenes, because this was their first attempt at a first-person shooter and this genre type of thing. So the cool parts about this one is him blowing up the Halo, but also some of the parts that take away is like in Halo 2 and Halo 3, 4, and 5, you have different enemies. Like you always have the elites and the grunts, jackals, those type of enemies, but if you think about it, you also have the the jetpack elites in Halo 2. You also have like the gravity hammer. You have the gravity hammer from like Tartarus and things like that, and in Halo 2 and Halo 3, they're all these really powerful enemies. But anyways, guys, that's enough about Combat Evolved. I don't want to make this video too long. Let's move on to the next. So guys, for my next lowest rank, so number 4, I actually have Master Chief from Halo 5. The reason I've got the one from Halo 5 is because he doesn't have Cortana throughout this entire game. I mean, you only play for him as in three different levels, I think. So it's not really like you get to see him in action. While he does have his armor abilities like the ground pound and the boost forward, I'm not counting those because that would put him at above all the other ones. I'm just playing as if it's boots on the ground and cool things he did in this campaign. But honestly, in this campaign, it's just like Halo Combat Evolved. The only reason I wanted to put Halo 5 above Halo Combat Evolved is because this version of Master Chief has the Mark 6 armor. And while that's not technically the ability, so that's why I'm saying it's okay for me to use that. But the problem is with this Master Chief, he honestly, in my opinion, gets his butt kicked by Locke in a battle that should have been super quick and easy because he's a Mark 2 and Locke's a Mark 4. Or Spartan 4. He's a Spartan 2, Spartan 4. That's what I meant to say, sorry. But I just don't think this version of Master Chief really got to shine and show how good he actually was, and it's probably because this game seemed like an ODST to me, where it was just a filler game. It wasn't the actual campaign. But Chief really doesn't do anything, and he needs Cortana so badly to do things because she helps him interface with everything, and it helps him. While he does have Blue Team in this game, it's still not enough to really push him past that Cortana stage. So that's why I've got him ranked lower. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments if you made it this far. I might also be doing a giveaway, so if you've made it this far, say Master Chief is the best. And let's move on to the number 3 spot. So guys, coming in at my number 3 spot, so the middle class for us, I'm going to put the Halo 4 Master Chief. Now, the Halo 4 Master Chief has a ton to fight. He's got the Didact, he's got all the Prometheans, he's got the entire, well, the faction of the Covenant that's still elites, jackals, grunts, and maybe a hunter. I can't remember if there's a hunter in this game or not. It's been a while since I played Halo 4. But the reason I've got him here is because he does do some really cool things. He also beats the Didact. But the reason I don't have him higher, because I honestly thought about having him be number 1, but the cutscenes in general, I didn't really think he did anything too cool compared to the next 2 Halos on our list. But so many people think that he actually kills the Didact when he blows him up. Sorry if you haven't played this game, this is a spoiler alert. But I don't think that they did the final fight justice, because there's actually a comic book that you read that says that Master Chief didn't kill the Didact, and then he finds him again and then ends up killing the Didact. It's weird, but I mean, it somewhat works. And I think Master Chief's really strong in this game, but he also is kind of a pushover because it's this new enemy that he's never fought before. So it makes it hard for him. And, I mean, not saying he's weak, but the Didact honestly could beat Chief. Like, right there when he had him in that cutscene, he could have beaten Chief. And I don't know if you guys would agree with me on this list or not, but I just think that this version of Master Chief had a lot of potential, but I feel like the cutscenes didn't really do him justice to just how badass the Master Chief can be. With that being said, let's go ahead and move down to our number 2 spot. So guys, at our number 2 spot, we actually have the Master Chief from Halo 3. Now, the Master Chief from Halo 3 is probably my favorite version of the Master Chief, because the Halo 5 and Halo 4 one, I feel like he talks way too much than what I was used to, and it just felt weird, because the Master Chief's supposed to kind of be this man of very little words. But in this game, I think they did it right. They gave him just the right amount of lines to where he was still cool, but he didn't overpower his lines and then make his voice, I don't want to say boring, but kind of annoying. But in this game, he ends up being there to kill one prophet. Yeah, because 2 die. He's there. He doesn't kill the prophet, but I think in this game, why I have him so high is because he does have a few cool cutscenes, and he also has a couple of different areas where he just is really powerful, and he just mows through everyone without needing a tank or anything like that. But this game was made to make you feel overwhelmed, and like the Floodgate, I think that's the name of it, or it might be Gravemind. I don't know. No, Gravemind's in Halo 2, but I think Floodgate is the one where you're in the High Charity and it's all infected by the flood and you have to find Cortana. That level alone makes this one so cool to me, or like this one's so cool to me, because it's an unlimited amount of flood and they're protecting their home area, but he, as long as you're not in multiplayer, he goes through by himself and kills everything. And I mean all the flood. And in this game he also has to worry about 2 different types of floods. Well, you got the main flood, the brute flood, the elite flood. What else is there? There's the Hulk flood, I call them, and then the spike flood, and then I think there's one, or the exploding ones. And then the reason I have this one as such a, like, this one holds such a good spot for me is because of the final race at the end, when you and the Arbiter have just completed like what you needed to do and you're getting ready to leave. That's probably one of my favorite scenes from any Halo game or any video game at all. And that's why I have him here. So let's move on to the last spot. You guys already know what it is. So guys, coming in at my number 1 spot, so the most badass Master Chief, it has to be Halo 2 for me. While I'm not the biggest fan of Halo 2, I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for saying that, but Halo 2 for me is the game that everyone remembers if you think of Halo. Either that or Halo 3. And with this game, there's just so many cool cutscenes. Like this one that you're watching right now where he takes the bomb back to the Covenant, like he says he's going to. And then there's also the scene where they're glassing the area and he runs and jumps into the water where the grave mine gets him. And then the reason I have him so high, like it's cool that he fought the Flood in Halo 3 and was against in like an infinite amount. But if you think about it, in this game there's the grave mine level where it's high charity. You go through high charity, you kill all the brutes, elites while they're having their own civil war. And then after that level, you have the Covenant fly in or you have the Flood fly in, and then he's fighting the Covenant and the Flood. And it just he just seems so much more BA in this game than he does in all the others for me. Um then you also the reason I like this game so much is because of his or the reason I think he's so good in this game is because of his last thing that he says, and when he says finishing this fight, and then that leads us into Halo 3, and that's why I think this one deserves our number one spot. So guys, let me know what you think of my list down in the comments, and if you guys want to give me your list, that would be awesome. I will gladly listen to your list, and I encourage you to have some controversy with me because we all don't agree on everything. So why not argue with me a little bit? I'd love to talk to you guys in the comments, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Deuces.